So, Windows Server 2025 is here, and trust me, it's about to completely change how we think about our file servers. We're diving into a massive, and I mean massive, upgrade to the SMB protocol. It's all about locking down security tight and, at the same time, cranking up your network speed. Let's break down what makes this such a huge deal.
Okay, let's just get right to it. I want you to ask yourself, is your file server a ticking time bomb? Because let's be honest, in today's world, a lot of older systems are just full of holes, basically waiting for someone to come along and light the fuse.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem, you know? The kinds of attacks we're seeing now have evolved so much, so fast, that the old playbook for protecting our data, it just doesn't work anymore. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight.
I mean, the difference between then and now is just night and day. We used to worry about, what, a simple virus or someone guessing a bad password? Today, we're up against ransomware that can cripple your entire company, man-in-the-middle attacks that literally sit on your network and steal data in transit, and nonstop automated brute force attacks hammering your servers 24/7. It is a completely different war.
So how does Windows Server 2025 actually fight back? Well, it starts by building a digital fortress. And the key word here is default. These core defenses are hardened right out of the box. This isn't some optional checklist you have to remember, it's the new secure standard from the moment you install. And the cornerstone of this whole fortress is something called SMB signing. Think of it like a tamper-proof digital wax seal on every single packet of data that flies across your network. It proves who sent it and guarantees that nobody has messed with it. And here's the absolute kicker, this is not optional anymore. It's now mandatory for every single connection. That's a huge shift. So here's how that actually plays out. Your computer connects to the server, and they basically establish this trusted, digitally signed handshake. Then, as the data starts flowing, every packet gets checked. If some attacker tries to jump in the middle and alter anything, even a single bit, the signature won't match, the connection is instantly killed, and that attack is stopped cold. But that's not all. This fortress has more layers. There's a new authentication rate limiter that automatically slams the door on those brute force password attacks after just a few failed tries. It also finally gives us a simple way to get off the old insecure NTLM protocol. And on top of that, new auditing tools make it super easy to find any weak spots or vulnerable devices on your network.
Okay, so the server itself is locked down tight. That's great. But what about everybody working from home or from a coffee shop or an airport? How do we give them secure access to their files without opening up a whole new can of worms?
For years, the answer has always been the VPN, right? But we all know the deal. They can be slow, they're a headache to manage, and let's face it, every VPN server you have is just one more thing that attackers can target, one more wall you have to constantly patch and defend. Well, the new answer is SMB over QUIC. And honestly, it's just an incredibly clever solution. It takes all of your regular file sharing traffic, encrypts it, and then tunnels it right over port 443. That's the same secure port your browser uses to connect to, well, every website. The result? A super secure, direct pipeline to your files from anywhere on Earth with absolutely zero VPN hassle. And the advantages here are just massive. You can finally ditch that clunky VPN infrastructure. It's totally internet-friendly, so it just works, blasting right through firewalls at hotels or cafes. And maybe best of all, this isn't some expensive enterprise-only feature anymore. It's now included in all editions of Server 2025, Standard and Data Center. This is secure remote access for absolutely everyone. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's a lot of new security. Surely that's got to slow things down, right? Well, surprisingly, no. In fact, Server 2025 actually delivers a major performance boost. Let's talk about how some new compression tech makes your file transfers feel way faster. It really boils down to this. The old compression we used, called Express, was pretty good at making files smaller, but it was CPU heavy and kinda slow. The new default, LZ4, is built for one thing and one thing only, raw speed. For everyday stuff like copying a big PowerPoint or opening a Word doc over the network, LZ4 is just dramatically faster. That means less time staring at a progress bar and less traffic jamming up your network. So when you start putting all these different pieces together, the mandatory security, the VPN less access, the speed boost, you realize you're not just looking at a minor incremental update. This is a critical upgrade. It really redefines what a modern, secure, and fast file server is supposed to be. So let's just boil it all down one last time.
You get security by default with mandatory signing that protects you from the inside. You get a VPN-less future with SMB over Quick, making remote access simple and safe. And you get a real performance boost with LZ4 compression. This isn't just a random list of features. It's a complete, modern defense system built to stop the kind of attacks we're seeing right now. This whole thing really leaves us with one final critical question to think about. Your data, your business, your work, it's all evolving every single day. Is your security evolving right along with it? With these updates, it's pretty clear that Windows Server 2025 is ready for what's next.